I hope I don't get fired, because this may hit home for some people in my past or present. I hope this doesn't get anybody upset. I've had my share bosses that I wish I never came across because they're just impossible. And I'm a good employee, like, so why do you have to be impossible, ma'am, sir? Why do you have to be impossible? I don't understand. Pray for me. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a list of 5 bosses from hell. Like, they straight out come from hell. I don't want to sound rude or anything, and if somehow this gets to either a past or a current employer of mine, I feel sorry. I apologize, but I mean, I had to bring this out, and hopefully this will make somebody who is managing either myself or everybody else like think about how they are and how they can improve and make things better for their staff. So let's jump into the list, because it's a pretty interesting one. The first one is a micromanager, a control freak. That's what it's the boss that will be breathing down your neck for no reason. Even if you give your your assignments on time, that person will be just like trying to know every step that you take and just like be on top of you, so for no reason. So as an example is somebody who, you might be a seasoned employee and you have to write this report, right? You've done it before, and for some reason your boss feels the need to just know everything about the project. Like, can you just let me be, like, let me put it together for you. You review it and then you tell me, like, give me some feedback, so that way I can either correct it, or if it's good, it's good. Like, don't come to me trying to control everything that I'm doing for no reason. So chill. Number 2, a petty boss. Somebody who makes the smallest thing a whole scene, or does things just to be spiteful. Like, it's really something that gets to me, because we're like in a professional environment, and to have people behaving like in high school is really annoying, like extra annoying. So please don't be petty. Number 3, now that I said that we are in a professional environment and everybody should be professional, an unprofessional and rude boss is sometimes like you would think, how did this person get this job? Who hired this person? Because the way that this person talks or like addresses their staff, it's pretty unprofessional. And quite honestly, like, your staff is there to do a job, I understand, but there are ways to talk to people. Sharpen your people skills. Let's say somebody's walking in late. Don't let them know in front of everybody, oh, you're late. Take them aside to your office, because I'm pretty sure you have an office, and say, hey, I'm concerned because you've been coming in later. Is there anything that we can do for you? But don't be calling them out in front of their peers. Like, that's really rude. Number 4 is a manipulative boss. A manipulative boss is somebody who uses like emotions in order to get their way. They don't try to use persuasion in order to like come to an agreement, come to common grounds. They just want to manipulate you. They just want to like try to use feelings in order to change maybe your way of thinking. So an example is, if you see your boss not having lunch, right, and you tell them, go have lunch, I got it, but they're like, no, it's too busy or whatever, blah 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 blah. So then it's my time to go to lunch, right? And then I'm like, hey, so and so, I'm taking my lunch. I haven't even had lunch. Sir, ma'am, I asked you if you wanted to go to lunch. Like, why are you trying to manipulate me into not taking my break? Because I'm not a slave, so I need a break. Do not try to manipulate me to feel bad for you, because you had already the chance to like try to go and take a break, but you decided not to. So please spare me the manipulation techniques that you may have. I'm really not, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna feel bad for you. Simple. Number 5, and the last one, is a boss that's always angry and miserable. How can you deal with somebody like that? How can you deal with somebody who is going to be acting today and it's due to, like, I don't know if they just cannot separate their home life and their work life, or maybe there's a lot of stress at work and they don't know how to handle that and maybe like make everything positive and not be angry about the situation and miserable. So if they don't know how to do that, they are going to make you feel angry and miserable also. And I've had bosses like that where they are angry for no reason, miserable for no reason. Nothing that you will do makes them happy. I mean, I guess they hold themselves to a higher standard, but at the same time, you have to recognize that you are pretty much creating a hostile environment because you're always miserable about life. I don't know, change things a bit, and maybe you don't have to be so angry and miserable, and maybe your staff doesn't have to be miserable because you're miserable. Because if you really want to put it together, staff ultimately is who really carries the business. How do you pretend to have a miserable staff and have a successful business? Is that even possible? Because that's not possible. So try to find ways to cope with whatever is going on in your life, and try not to let it get you angry and miserable, so that way your staff could be happier and you have better outcomes and a successful business. That's my opinion. And as a bonus, I don't mind having a boss who is competitive. You know, that person is goals oriented and results oriented. But when you have somebody who's highly competitive, they will drag their staff morale in order to get their way to be at the top. Like, be goal oriented, I understand that, but at the same time you have to be human and understand that not every goal is attainable. So you are putting this stress on your staff to reach these crazy goals for what? So that you can have a very stressed staff and most likely a very high turnover rate, because people do not stay in jobs that are stressful. Or maybe they do, because I mean, we're just trying to find all the jobs. But like, try to be human and try to design goals that could be met and goals that are not crazy. So does that make any sense? Hopefully it does. So those were my 5 descriptions that I came with when I thought of the bosses from hell. Hopefully they make sense, and hopefully you never have to deal with those type of bosses, because that will make you miserable and stressed. So if you can, just like comment down below what type of boss you have or you've had. I'll be interested in reading comments about the type of boss that you've had. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, and please subscribe. Bye. Right now I feel like I need a glass of wine or something, because this is deep. Yeah. Forget the glass, I need the whole bottle. You know, the ideal boss, is there such thing as an ideal boss? Yes, there is. There is 4. So is the number 4 before? I prefer somebody who is a leader and not a manager, because managers are a little bit too much. They just want to be on top of you. A leader you can, you know, follow and learn from and just grow. But managers, usually they just like no bueno. Number 4 is a manipulative number. Why do you have to play favorites? I think I need a hug. That's what I need, because I feel some type of way. These bosses have really screwed me up. Yup. This is gonna be my savior today. I'm gonna keep it right here.